Yo, what's going on, guys? MStack here from That's So Meta, and in this video we're going to be going over how to slow down the single back deuce close formation, one of the most popular formations in Madden 18. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated, helps me keep doing videos and giving you guys great content. Now, the formation we're going to be using to stop this is the 3-4 bear, and the play call is going to be cover 3. Now, deuce close has a pulling tight end, depending on which side they run it, from left or right, that traps the nose tackle. Now, we're going to be going over the concept of how to slow this down so you can kind of apply it to another defense if you have one that you're currently using. So what I typically do is I'll pinch my defensive line and I'll crash the defensive line to the left. We'll be going over in a second why we crash left as opposed to middle, but you'll see at the snap of the ball, the nose guard is going to shoot down and attack that pulling tight end who's supposed to trap him, and the strong safety comes in untouched. The computer strong safety, it's important to note, you don't have to have any user stick to run this type of defense. It automatically does it for you. Comes in for the big hit stick. Now, the reason we crash left is so that nose tackle will take that tight end. You'll see what happens when we crash down. In this example, we're gonna pinch our line. We're going to crash the defensive line down, and you'll notice that the D tackle is on an option rush route. And what does he do at the snap of the ball? He stands straight up and does not attack downfield. That's not what we want, because it gives him cutback lanes. It gives him the ability to at least fall forward for a few yards, and that's not what we want at all. So even though the safety comes through and attacks, you'll see that that nose guard doesn't do a good job of attacking the tight end. That's because of his option rush route. You want him, when you pinch, you want to either crash left or right. I prefer left from this defense so that he's not on that option anymore. Now, they can also run this to the left, wham to the left. Your responsibility is essentially with the linebacker that I'm going to show you in this next clip. On the left side, your job is essentially to plug up the gap and slow down the run to the left. Now, at the snap of the ball, you'll see that the tight end pulls across the formation. You'll notice you kind of just want to find that gap, see where the running back is going to go. Don't commit too early. And then once the running back commits, then you go ahead and make the tackle. You should not get blocked against this, so you should be able to just sit and wait, just like I did there in that example, for the running back to pick a lane, and then you fill the gap. Now, what also makes this formation extremely tough is not just this run. It's also the fact that the passes are really good. Now, if you've played against any high-level player in Madden, they'll know that the corner route gets open against pretty much any zone in the game, especially if you let them roll out. Well, we don't have containment on this one, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a spy out there. You saw that we put the extra hook zone into a spy just previously on that play. We pinched our line, we crashed left like we usually do. We're shading underneath because we don't want that drag to get open from the right side. Now, this tight end angle play is an absolute headache. So what you're going to want to do is do the setup, shade underneath, and with these outside corners, you're going to want to put them in either quarter blues if they have 91 zone coverage or 91 play rec, or both. That's a quick hot route adjustment that you can do. Check it out in practice mode. Then they'll play the corner routes a little bit better. So you'll see in this example, we have some decent corners on this team, but the routes will still get open most of the time unless they're like very elite corners. So what I like to do to take this away, and it's kind of risky and it's pretty adjustment heavy, is I'll man up the corners on the outside receivers when I shade underneath, because in that instance they will play the corner routes. Now, what I will say is you are susceptible to those PA crossing plays, so you need to be really active with your user and take away the routes that you know are coming. You're not going to get a great pass rush on this, but what a lot of people do from this play anyways is roll out, and so once they roll out, you're going to want to send the spy. It's a pretty, like I said, setup intensive way to stop this, but it's also very worth it. If you are able to slow down this formation, a lot of people really rely on this formation alone, just as like their pure offense. That's all they run. You'll see it all the time. If you can slow this down and make them get into something they're less comfortable in, that is always what you want to do on defense, is make your opponent uncomfortable. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment if you think I did something wrong, if you think we could do something better. I'm always open to suggestions, also with the channel, not just with the tips. But I appreciate you guys watching, and adios.